Hey there! In today's tutorial, I want to introduce the concept of glazing. Glazing is just painting with a transparent layer of paint. Some paints are transparent in and of themselves. Sap green is more transparent than terra verde, for example. Lemon yellow is a very transparent color, but yellow ochre is much more opaque. We can create a transparent layer of paint using liquid medium. There are other mediums on the market, but liquid is a good brand that dries quickly. Here I'm going to demonstrate this using lemon yellow and phthalo blue. I'm going to create this bright green. If you followed along in last week's tutorial, we painted this water droplet. And if you compare this water droplet to the reference picture, it's not nearly as bright. So what I'm going to do with this layer of glaze is to create a brighter overall effect by glazing a layer of bright, transparent color over our original painting. Now it's important to note that the original has already dried completely. So now I'm just going to use the transparent color that I mixed using phthalo blue and lemon yellow, and I'm going to apply that glaze. You can see how transparent it is right over the original. Phthalo blue is a very powerful color. Glazing can be used a lot like watercolor. In that lighter areas are achieved by letting the light bounce off the surface and through the paint. Darker values are created by building up more layers of paint. Lemon yellow and phthalo blue are very transparent even without the liquid medium. And when we're painting water in the landscape, we want to take advantage of bouncing water or bouncing light through layers of paint. One other thing I want to point out today is that lighter values appear lighter beside darker values. We left our background plain in the last tutorial. Today I'm going to add some dark color to the left of my leaf and just observe how that changes it. So I'm using raw umber, sap green, and a little phthalo blue. I think I'll add a little alizarin crimson in there too. Umber, phthalo, and alizarin are the darkest red, yellow, and blue we have on our palette. So we're basically mixing the three primaries to come up with a dark neutral. You could also describe it as a soft black. What a difference it makes. So lighter colors appear lighter when they're surrounded by dark values, and darker values appear darker when they're surrounded by light values. And this has to do with some really interesting physical properties of the human eye. I'm not a scientist, so I won't attempt to explain all that. But it's true for everybody that dark values appear darker when they're surrounded by light values, and light values appear lighter when they're surrounded by dark values. Now I'm just adding another layer onto some of the darks in our water droplet. And to finish this little study out, I'm going to use some sap green, little terra verde, and that dark neutral that is already in my brush. And I'm going to fill in some of this dark area just to make it look a little more finished. Our goal here is not to copy the reference picture exactly. It's to try some new things and get used to our materials and create a fun little study. Now it feels more finished.